Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Welcome everybody. This is Dady Kay, 4 Stars Radio TV, Atlanta, Georgia, USA, with information to keep you safe and productive every society below. This is another beautiful, beautiful, wonderful day. I'm so excited, and I know you do the same. Ghana, Edda Yakuma Principal, me, offer you evangelist, prophets. And afi mamiama esusu ba kokuru junior afi echia esafo aka sene yi na yi nim no be ma na no odin su yie pa na enesuso adumi yenti no ye ba betwendwen Ghana ho sene na wotwe bia no ye no aha no esan ye dwuma sam ne ade ni nti no wo fa ye wo New York meme wo Georgia just of Canada, ho baby, and a mamma. Inti, ma yen to me ain't share 101. So, Edobia, ye be she be an as you say, you will asem Cassiapa Eka. Into no, yeah, because afa a year CJ, who Chief Justice, or Mam Penny, Eddie, Nkrata be Aqua Comano, Wamano, and Nedu. And afisu a year container and somewhere ya can be brave nipana akani be brave container a year ECG Electricity Company of Ghana containers be brave ayira na container kakrakai a beye den and to me ayira a free porthole into Yebeka and also asem into Musha ya seni ekano woolak here. Na washe udia ma wunia na wunia so atini eka ni bi enti no mi twa me ho besisi a na yato aso mo amonim modihye Dady Kay. So he's not. Mesama bibiara atena se me bibiara akwa babia mafa kwa obia wo wiase afane nyina no Dady Kay near 4 Stars Radio ye North America aha na itumi ye twentwen ye oman Ghana ho isanse de bia meka se Ghana man ye dia enye afoforo bia adia nti se ye bebihye mu ha yina ye de adwenkyere de ba na yahwe enyoma ekoso no se ya yewo amanone anase ye tutu kwan no isanse yebusia sante na ewo fie ni nti bibi koso na se nya ewo se yetumi ebana yeba be kire adwen nti saade a yen na ye bre bibri so wo ma mi ho papa ho wo ba ho wo nana ni ade ho nti bibi ni a na je se uyemu ahyew na enesusu na wotwi mu so na course eno na minima bedwafo ba bedwendwen ho nti no menko na menko mama bedwafo no akwaba masan echia mu biom wiase afa na afa kwa wo bia no mema ha memo adwe mema achi so ewo fa kwa wo bia isanse ye wa hai a eye numre kakra yi baby ade achi ya sorry ye ko ejuma kra nti na memo bibia akwa basan biom menko eje mama akwaba. Hello, Mami.
Jojo.
Bibi abokodi.
I don't know.
Show. Midase, Mami Masani Debi Eka no ba kukudro ni watena barracks sopen intino. Wusu watena barracks tunsa from na min connect mama miama. Wafaya odifo wafaya makwawa.
Parike me Jojo.
Bibi abokodi.
Nyame adom me hoye na ba Jojo.
Ya adom ya mitem kana chese mini aji. So say ye junjun Ghana ho debia sa no eye na e mama hunka what you say ti mi da se minko eye ejia esefo oka papa
yeah kwabra
bibi ya bokodi
yeah we boko be Pauline na ye ma de pa be ta agro no fa me de I am denti mama so kra mintimi ntra nti e wo so
enya woni mama ma nyina
yeah Pauline no Pauline
Apollo jo ejia esefaka na yetene kano
Kaka do binare
asiko peke kedu na we mama oh say obadie emadie abada yepa ni asi kopeka kedu na we na ho beto. Now over the weekend, during the weekend, you've heard President Mahama has given Chief Justice Getro Tokonu 10 days to submit preliminary response to 3 petitions demanding her removal from office. This comes on the back of the petition submitted by 3 individuals on February 14th and 17th, alleging misconduct and abuse of power. As someone you can enipa miensa ena omodeko say misconduct and then abuse of power. And abuse of power no ya hwehwe kire yenim na me panelists ne de omo enemo de enti men kodam ko bisa mamiama abuse of power ni misconduct enipa minsa edia koi sisi ano President Mahama amano enedu na wonfembe yi na no would you say what do you think about this move? Say misconduct
metia atiefo nyina na metia me nuanu sa me no mo panelists na de omuni say Ghana no sabi bibia mesere wo Ghana ho so muka say like bifa for instance operata onyo and before they say yekoino no much of who debi ye jai now you sound not wanted yentino you see on pre no afa one besu na nesa no my asem basa. Okay, the reason I make that and say sa CJ we I can asem no opre no who too much petition na papa ne de ma no unnim de ewom o see or the Obama or the Bama state State Council, all right? State Council. Now, Omashe, or no, the other whole, any other petition, Abreno. It's all the command and penny for no Mashe. Some penny for a share, no Musishi, Nima. Now we are there. Why would they watch your letter? Sir, oh, Fama, now they said they won't. What did you say on your share? I don't know, open one the petition. Sabi, Nimiti, I say, Cromfo, now, we are here. What's my business? Let's not buy comfort now, me for you. But would you own him the way you know? The guy say they no what your letter no people to with disrespect. Now the amount of president said, oh, no presidency, okay, So what see me farmer wa ende me ma 10 days ya no. 10 days ya no. Oh, so na edi IGP die ne ba ye a ye yi le bi. IGP die ye ka se ye hwemu. Ye hwemu na nkofo asati ana den ana mama ana say no so ken dey kwe. After all, no president, whoever is comfortable with or the baby, whoever qualifies, you know, mommy, why are you baby? Any petition, akoma. So, book petition about what for lawyers, what my dates, any I won't cry about. Oh, I am not. Oh, my Ghana, I had to say some village to be, and yet a whole country be little because you need too much into you can talk to anybody anyhow. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. Mommy asked how mommy I can't say, Mommy, no, declare say, we birth certificate doesn't qualify you as a Ghanaian. Don't know if you know any. Uncle Yano. And your mama natural petition, no. Concerned citizens and natural petition, no. Some mama cries a petition, what can you or can you? You don't know. And no simply for more board. So I said, be on the crop also. Mama was protecting this woman because on your petition or head of state or better president or better like okay, but your petition, my friend is a state council for this is what we've decided, take it and go. But he was giving you a chance. So that they are people out. And okay, so okay, you remember paying for them, paying for them, and one day and a mama, the bra, I mean the mission, and if I could see her, okay, she said I'm out 10 days. Actually, Yano, that's all. I didn't know. Gahuta Ganama. Anyway, before I maybe this one, my Yanu in America, the Salaso. And you know, they are quite she ever said you ever quackity. A year in the floor, a genie, a in the floor, on one day, you know, and your mamma, you know.
Now, Mamma, my internet, I will say, Debiano. You to me, AG, Memphis, CCano, CJ, IGP, Electoral Commission, so ABD, so me putting Electoral Commission, me, Marisa creditor, because sad 3 key positions when I was say Abribia, a banful for bar, you to me, as someone, because I know so I be here and found it really doesn't.
You maintain still. I walk up on you, they have almost still a more. I don't know when you're bonny, I won't be bonny, or be account. Oh, a be say, a be a cancer, I do boy, God, mimite, minimuno. Oh, and so a car, so what did you now sound up for the BPR? Would you not play? You see, my man on the only a few in first. Anna, a mama back, and a ma IGP, or Mount Cat, I said, so I some ye council near some up to now. Onye she now na now sana uchikele wulia again apase na okay mpono when you ready he gave you time and uncle for sorry sorry now obviously the mama kokoto ya fadi kokoto I didn't akufu ado time mama kata sa hwehwe ni mu no ni sa mini omunja na omanu yemu omani ye with the law and the right way. Now you fire into my pamphra. Oh, yes, I am from all. Oh, yes, Obia, you would be whether MPP or NDCU will be a bay Juma. Yes, was a mama or but I had too much on faster because we MPP need to be you with the on your that. But I was sorry for you now be appointed fingers as you are. And the other call. You see, my men under a confusion is as you know.
Joe. Mammy, I must say, yes, in India, will say ye in Temcrana, a check, what check, ever for one. Now, yet was some min coat of a house, some good of a house, so Nanny.
Dady Kay, yes, Dady Kay, answer our commission. Oh, sir, some I mean, one I could for one I do, also MPP, I'll call retirement now, or could you sleep for any more year riot, no? Say, I found, say, Mamma found as a state nipa. So the nipa ko America sano.
Debbie, me.
O say this.
Justice Akufu.
Justice Akufu.
Justice Akufu.
Okay.
Mama
Council of State.
Theodore.
Mama of Council. Yeah, the papa no oko no. Mama Safa no. Eto ya the papa e be fa wo ye body e be yi wedi.
Okay. Yo. Mate. Menko wo fire ho wo ye papa. Ye be fa wo ye body a ye be yi wedi. Ma me ama asem o kan no na mfi say a general topic e ka. Menko wo fire.
Dady Kay.
What do you make of removal of CG and because you're accusing of misconduct and abuse of power? What do you make of it?
Okay, thank you very much. Me what 10 minutes, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Mami Dady Kay me chia na me chia me co-panelist na chia ya tie pu nyina. Joseph Namitia, the President of the Republic, Tomama and Professor Jina Nafukwajima, Ghana, was to Abayi or resetting Ghana. In fact, maybe a Ghana was Dady Kay. 7 January, 7 December, and the Ankama Ghana for and yes, answer Kraya, that change Yamadia. Sabaya Namikatum, the Ghana, Kiabeton Yamatugu. When you go Nipa Bakuti, Samuel Minisika. Eto a dime Maku akesi back 27. The Dady Kay me ba na make us omo ya from kwa e bi se me ni na so bibia. Last week na make
say nipa baako enye nipa du.
But Dady Kay me Dady Kay me ba o ma me ka sem back bi kiro. Me ba o. Before you know when you are doing a research work before about generalizing you look at your findings and by what they are saying. And the Miami findings in the make up if you are minimum maker.
But the point in say,
look, maybe Dady Kay make up if you are minimum maker because me before I make generalize it, minimum amount. So what they are there, and it is there. If you are what we mean, that is our supporting party.
No, me no.
You don't want.
Nyame patchen say, Nyame patchen say, woman na enya kronfosa. So being a bibia.
I can Dady Kay me by you, but let me not generalize it because minimum the amount and a minimum the air into Matthias here.
Yeah, I mean you can fish the person out. Right.
But me person what here say. Nipa no cho e nipa last say for the wouldn't can and then down. I'm right. So my me do the too. Dady Kay my mentor myself.
Trust.
And you know and the almost resetting Ghana. And he said, baby, Ghana, but the whole institution ruled by Akufo-Addo for departmental areas. All the government, the 7 thematic areas of governance was corrupted by Akufo-Addo. But PSC resetting. And to Dady Kay with the CJ Asemono, Dady Kay. To be honest with you, CJ unqualified class and CJ. Why? In the sense, look, anybody, I'm saying it here, mom, I tell you, that man is not qualified. So they appointed as CJ because any member watching me judgment, so a party, any judgment about a birth certificate and your primary document of citizens, that person doesn't qualify to be a Supreme Court, what do you call it? Chief Justice. Because there is no way. Wouldn't tell me that you saw that I will keep on challenging everybody. And it is there I'm still challenging. Let anybody come and tell me, say, anywhere in this world, birth certificate is not a primary document for citizens. That is the basic, the first thing that makes anybody a citizen. To no way to meet that bench and rule say citizens a birth certificate is not primary just to favor the EC to do the bidding of the Akufo-Addo. And you know what? Say Ghana for no or look at Dady Kay the oil. After they brought that thing and he was coming to explain the judgment from the buyer. Because when you are born this and some of kind in Dady Kay false, completely false. Unless you don't understand English or you don't want to reason to read your judgment name let me put it that way. But let me tell you something. I always keep on saying this thing here. Opinion colors doesn't mean the person cannot read it. And that is not the case. And so judges because it's coming from the Supreme Court. And that is what they were doing with Anim. And this woman was part of that group now. Extra panel, so 7, unanimous 7. Extra say, birth certificate immediately doesn't even qualify to be a CJ for our country. And you know that alone, she should go away. Who will allow her to be CJ? Akufo-Addo is gone. Their era is gone, and we don't need it. Such a person that you can look at judgment from the ruling. All their ruling was political, right from Anim Yeboah to this woman. Anybody who comes from that service, we appointed as a qualified. Akufo-Addo the Oma tour because he knows they will be doing their bidding for the party, for MPP. And to be Biano judgment to Biano was tilting towards the ruling government. What country are we living in? Who Akufo-Addo who ban who catch a rule of law? So who kaya, and maybe Akufo-Addo be manti platform bia. Some of prayer be president. Rule of law. It's like na Mahama ruling with law. We prefer Mahama's rule than his 8 years. This one there is not. Tell me which these things have gone to court and these people will sit down and will give us a reasonable judgment. Give me just one. Under these people what? And that the same person here go find herself on the justice. That is it. To be other to that woman, she has to go away in 10. And she need Niama wired here and yeah Becca. And Niama rule or the upper Yinano is against the opposition party with the MPP and Mama. Sorry, the NDC and Mama. Mama put on pen and the let the NDC, he doesn't want to see NDC. That's why people call her MPP women organizer. It is true. The judgment in the 50 or 50 years now qualifies for a MPP women organizer. Nothing is taken apart from that. What they are saying, and these such people when they are leaving the country, taking down positions in the country, how can the country progress? When we need to reset the country, we need to restart everything. You have to go away. The ECG will be going away. All these people, they are miscreants. We don't need them. They cannot never let Mahama reset the country that we need. Build a nation that we want. For Mahama to me, yes, money with me. And we are forcing it. And yet, Mahama is premier dintin or Pamomo. Yet, Ghana for support it on Pamomo because the government that put them there, they were doing the bidding of that government. We don't need those things again. Ghana needs a complete reset. And that is what President Mahama did. Ghanaians gave Mahama 1.7 different million votes against the opposition because they want him to come and reset Ghana this way. All the institutions, the judiciary, the EC, the water police, the military, everything is corrupted. And they have made everything well for the country. We don't need that. And you know, now somebody Dady Kay, abuse of power, giving a false judgment that will come and tell us that the false judgment, Dady Kay, when they bring those false judgments, and we know some of us there, we have not been to the law school, but we can read it, we can read and understand it. Even better than some of them who think they are judges. Normal Bekatre say, court of public opinion. Yeah, we can't do that.
Into would judgment to be a motivated and quasi-amount.
I'm telling you.
We're sure. Anyway, when I will make it that claim, won't say whatever we be about who catch a judge is ruling here because assembly. Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Such a person, he has to go away. And you are referred to where you put himself when you are just keep quiet. What has he done that have made the country in terms of law? And then why? So even big people, lawyers, and this, as soon as they bring their judgment, they will write and say, and some of them and you know correct. But they will still come with the same type of judgment for us because no matter what say. Court of I need you about not court of public opinion. Yen I Ghana na call us to ni nyanta ye ni ma kenkan no omo de be bia na yen kai different. Meanwhile, law is the interpretation of common sense. Enti de mo dia ba na nfa asumu a ye ne ayan call us to ntimi bi ehun se sa de we nfa asumu ana. So and this is the path of which they were moving the country. Enti Dady Kay ye dey sabu man e be ya na. So what they are saying. aha you know I say na be da ho no
okay. All right.
The ebeye man will respond to 10 days. Now he will never be there. He has to go away.
Oh, okay.
You can't work with such people.
Okay. Well, for your can it I will say we free her court because when you 10 days and found I need you the baby piano say you over court. Now as a misani say must we change all these people with any political affiliation be or papers to be if the person is not close to you, you just let a person go. Is that how the whole thing is playing now? Minkoi, it's yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, Cobra Otimenka.
Now can be a waging, and yes, sir.
Near maybe can be a
waging.
Imagine politically. Take what you think is the best. And now, maybe can't be so political career. And I mean, we made it a tune sanyani. In the first place, you know, the era enipa trust na ye bu in Semaguya is gone and is gone forever. And every day, say me kasa ya me applaud Nana Akufo-Addo for the educational. How do I term it? Is it liberal? Be a core. 2 million akko school. This kind of nonsense will get out of the system as we progresses politically. Here. The mere fact say you president to be an president na abeye kuntai no officer Ghana yanidia leader, you are a servant. If we go into details and leader be person you good leader, you have to listen. Here Obano me bona baso papa sa chief justice no na so mampanyina wati so no mo amutia munino mo kan say no so wanya very cautious. This woman will bring him down. Excellent. The woman knows the constitution more than the president, and it's emphatical. Obano what two says here, CJ when the constitutions no details. I say your mom penina what is this here. Because your mom penina no on your law on your lawyer. And the constitution, my men in the entire or catch the women, I praise you, women. The atosu me no mampanyi wanye careful won oba na ehia na so wanmra ne ho ase oba ro be ya nse jomo. The president will come like jomo. Enti no oba no wonim die ntia watwere se o mampanyi fa ayin mra no ana omampanyi akoma no 10 day we are omampanyi hwo. Normally, Yebaswa, it's time that we have to advise our leaders. The act of supremacy, she yampeni for ne ya kwa yensa ya di akunya so firi musama mu kwa no ya tise sebe me modin kra menka o mampanyi no kwa no asabo wonye careful ma me ni enim papa no ni wait or ne tun sania so a wonim who the current president is. And I'm telling you emphatically, the woman, when it comes to say a woman, what could you see, Papa? No, and Papa, I'm sure, yeah, and my woman, brilliant, you statistically. If you go to America, your school system, corner is telling us that women are smarter than men. It's there. Go and Google and see. And my man, and I'm be a war to you, war to a war, Nimdia. Any nyansem. What you say o mampanyini fa charges na because your mampanyini for no misremu o politically adi enimu emema eye amampanyini for adi enimu nyina da bia meka wo ma gu yanimu ase na wo ma bre yasenso as o man emema nko na adi o my Ghana so hwe from 1957, 68 years here, ye fa ahudie at the power by no Ghana. Tell me, Mo amugina so amuso mo political so mo political, I don't know even how to term you. At the papa ben yehu wo Ghana e kire say memma e be see so no enti me tama me wo yachi one kire memma me ye number 1 ewu a ye di Ghana no ma me no sori nyina asiya santoa no one kire mampanyini say so wonim dia oba bi so nim de sin no yemfa kuntayo no what me now 10 days this woman will bring this man down so here because of this issue. Mark it, go and write it down. Say papa our president so one very careful, no one pay good advices, no kwa no say trompiata shishia. This woman will mampanyini leadership na mamu ni nyina abeye kwa na me tamame na so achi because remember yeni and ya magana ahun kira ye komu nyina ye ka hu bi no enye se ye ka hu bi eye yenia ye di o mana wu hwe de asisi se o se kan ye babeka ye komu oba be na ka ho ye ni mema ya di o mana ye be transfer hihie kasi akese ne de je emaya hwe me I'm a man, so baby sorry so person ye president of Ghana, everything that I'm doing no I'll go and support that woman.
And send the vice president.
For your crack, my man Matthias here rushing to for medical attention. Minimum of your own 8 years, say no cra, mono quano. Central region, Yamani Yami and so. Say, Mumma me, and who can. And ye, when you move up, it's you to tell you. Hey, ye be bomo sepo papa. Matthias, my man, are rational to. For medical checkup, mono kwano no president frimu na ya amamu aye wo mu ya vice president frimu ya amamu aye wo mu ya ye mani nyam yensa unti munye careful na mo fa bet momo yam na mo mompa ye mi gina Yesu moja de hye mu de maame na nu se ye no kra awurade nyini frimu na munnim central region ma mo nya no yensa o ene nka mo be dwane afiri akonwa no so ye ka kire mo. Enti no dem pesa me come out here say say maami na anamu bia wo tuo no wo tu with knowledge and wisdom. And na me catch say me e maami suro wo mu hwe me wo school no me sas mo me really fit that na me was student bi ne friend Dora something me really fit hey ye test na me makra ho po enti e ma wo mu nim de no wo do pa hwe. Remember, mammy can't say crap. We cramming Cassanche because mammy no flop papa no ye. Papa no ye. Mammy did better from say boom up a munchran to war. Here, Oba transno oba chronoa. Chrono oba almost any ma any new crunua yo mutari. Remember, ya chronoa ya bon organ and penny for. Ye this sister 6 years, ye this sister 2 years, ye this sister 4 years, ye the other transfer near 25-year-old girl. And you money wu. Edi menya maame no, wo ma boso. Na papa no fa nko tare dan. Na wo ma me hope me wo ma ewo emamu no. Enya adwuma. Amampanyinfo, me say, mo de mo amonka, obi meka ade pa eye for ye dachi ye mani ye nananom ye be wo mu amampanyinfo a Ghana fo memma atena konwa no so nyina ade no ma ya eda ho ma ye dachi hwe galam say opa bra America. Let me give you practical example. When it comes to crude oil, wo mu ti bi so papa, but enam so wo mu wo atenka emma wo mu achi no womu to be free, baby. Womu tisum, womu muturu nyina de besano. Then America will come out. Ghana, gold. Gold. Yenne a man penny for nyina and any woman yanom and ye jepadia contract. Would maybe America would almost gold to some by gold board. Ye best money pam ye to be. We will bring you guys down. I'm telling you. A couldn't be before say, ye mamu say a dark snow. Now what you about you kuntai? You be Timothy, you be Tuanamo. Said if it comes to be good, we will applaud you, we will praise you. If it comes to be bad, we are going to bring you down. Now some way you me say, why you bet you say why you kululu? I was some round the ukotun sawam. So because we are banche, na se yɛde no kɔto nsɛm mu a nsa indemnity indemnity clause no indemnity clause even the system a yɛwɔ Ghana sisi yɛ no had it not been the indemnity clause nka obi kura wɔ hɔ a nka wɔntumi nsa mɛyɛ tibia wɔnya no but because of indemnity clause obi bɛyɛ leader he was indemnified yɛntumi amisa questions by then so now we had a lot of questions to ask but yɛntumi na musimu na moyɛ nukwafoɔ hey soldier ban be say me da bia me ka kire wo say me wu na me kɔ aba me ba Ghana na me ba me kɔ soldier na me discipline nipa I'm telling you said wo kɔ Burkina Faso a young man I will come back to Ghana na nyama ye ni nyina no ye twera to ho nipa bi be bu hu aten hey modi ewu na sa me de ye set up me kwan kamene wa se betra so anya ano akasa asem obi there will be a 4-star radio we are going to follow you guys.
All right.
Na nia atwamo de atwamo nia ka de ye bo ho ban ye bo Ghana japade ho ban e de ma wona dachi wo mbeba ya bre ene asisie ya bre ene hyehye ya bre ene patapa ya bre ene yebusuafo nko na nchenie ajapade e wo Ghana na nye odi baba akode o nti me tama me we achi me de no kosunsu honam mu ene sunsu mu me de me mpa bo tama me we achi se me no ba kran kama frɛ no aka je se maame me tawachi ti se kɔ ma yenhunu
okay
ewo mu
sure
na yenhu se mo e ma no mo sori nyina na mema no ye di mawu ache me ye number 1 me da se
sure it's a fakana na yete and kind President JDM is removing CJ over misconduct of power and then abuse, misconduct and then abuse of power. And then Mr. said, so must we always remove persons appointed due to political affiliation? Say, Onikono, say when you, I will say, because it doesn't belong to the same party. Inti Omani yakui ni manasa yakuichi. So ubi any you can say winner takes all. So uba we you BAD na what you would yaba show. Bakoso so basa inti na ako say akosi so na wujina kwentia esan say utu na ba ko enimu a na wetumi no abechire. We got to stop that. I will say you to me epe emrebi edisiho emade baza. Until we're talking about the CJ Justice Tokono mama manos ultimatum 10 days. Until you share going forward and see what is going to happen. After we're going to talk about the ECG. SAT 3,300 containers and so Iran Ebani saying container kakrakai ebe den ebetu afavim ebefa asase so anase ebefa asase ase metwa me wabesisi ya Charlotte Way.
Hello.
Akuya.
Yes.
Eti say.
Boko now so e.
Nyame adom Ghana boko.
Nyame adom boko. Now so e.
Nyame adom me pegana aduane adi wo ho. Enti se wobetumi anya bode ne kontomire ne banchi no de abremia nkamani beje pa obi be ba US nyame adom next week.
Na ko de abreo. You.
Enti no o de kekani nyina bom na nipa no ba me de number be ma na wafro why.
Matches.
Any bye.
Bye. Hey, they be a phone tarwa, so and then if a bunch in a body free Ghana, Bremedi answer.
Akuya, my figure and the Dranu, but when him say US answer the editing, so be a Ghana Drianato.
Oh, dear Chrome has a what a haqua, it's near Cosso, Hanum winning now, on say, say, money me way, Nachum. Yet the Ghana by US abroach Memo Hanum say, Charlotte to a tropical market. Ubenya, Nibi to say, and wo, macro, a horrorina, a banquaya, a dear good chance him when no Subenya be a young Maggie, Sardinia horror, bayre, bordie, potato, brodo, enyadoa, emu, gari, wele, prekese, beans, ebro, and toast, milo, kokunte, momo, ne crampono, upebia, ubenya be Charlotte Way.
A dinner boy and a man baby pro. When a madam for be D who dancing. omoton African way nyina
anne sawadamfo ni di ho adanse e kire ode ana ye no kwetrodo omotonton African way GT pentoma e de apempam mema shirt kama e de apam manta de e dress skirt kawa sandal shoes slippers any coat omutimi sha office any baby bia nyina Charlotte Way Tropical Market etonton bi wo hono ahwene e se ode beto sisi ana ode beto sa na se ode beto 9 po ne Charlotte Way etonton bi wo hono hwehwe ye kire kwan e wo 396 West Pike Street number C Lawrenceville Georgia 30046 Freya wa telephone number we so 678-682-3577 Charlotte Way Tropical Market African, Caribbean and Latino market.
Your one-stop tropical shop.
Yakoji and Krato Abba Ifri Charlotte Way Tropical and then Latino Intino ye to Median so Freunia Bonamaniena Olakiana Washe Senia Obiazo so Betty Nia Ecoso ye Ghana for ye two quine and no interest say ye jay chi crack ye ni edi chi Papa Ba ye become Bonizo Ba and also sa minimum budget for and ya shishe we edi esiko ECG yina yenim ECG na wanwa pa say ye wo ECG pa na yetumi ehwe eyehwe han anyway me pese yenko na yenko kutie ye mrashimi jomini eye jinapo asemo kan na asemo afenyo makin kan na me fi say we eshenda hobia yenyina no say we are coming back to our senses here. I will say yekro na yetumi eko katasehye any prayer yeko tiejina po asememra.
Currently my vision is simple. I want all the 1,346 containers accounted for. 1,346 containers. Whatever it takes, I'll bring those containers to where they ought to be.
Yes. Se yeti jinapo asemokan 1,300 containers no fakwe wobia yebeka kofa edi aba na edi kan ba ye no ebinum ekeka wo kroma ansa yenya enintie say ya chichi binum ne ho keka mo ne ade but then no na ebinum ato ewo mframemu kra dida ntisisi ane de say ne Joseph Akaka because of technology wontumi nye bibie nsie and this enka no age obakofo kwabrane basisi ade wuye bibi kitwe bipe na eko afie nkotie afenye makensu no kasos.
I know the minister will come and say, ECG has a huge bill. There is debt. Now who calls them? Us, as a political class. When there are issues, we don't identify the issue and say, this one is a national issue. Let's kill it. We want to play partisan football with it. It comes back to haunt us. How many people pay bills in Ghana? ECG. All the power that we produce. Mr. Speaker, let me hazard a guess. I can say, not on authority, that less than 20% of consumers pay. A lot of factories consume electricity, they don't pay. The prepay is adjusted all over. At the end of the day, it becomes the debt of the state. These are things that if the minister comes and says, look, I am embarking on serious reforms, I will go all out to back him. Because if the nation fails, it affects all of us. And for MPP, NDC, we shouldn't be too comfortable with this democracy. With this day's social media, the youths, they are so impatient that if we continue to play this game, they will be watching. We may be surprised. Let's be careful. Let us be careful as a political class. The issue at stake It's scandalous. It's serious. It's not MPP NDC matter.
The issue at state is serious, and yet MPP NDC matter. And Samoa, I feel your markings a day better when you say, Womumi and Nina, young Cambom, na Yefisa Utian here, Jana for ye movie, ye Timo or Team Papa. And Wayno, do you think there's any foul play here? And I say, a minister, one of the ministers, it's behind this whole thing. Some few arrests has made so far. And Timiko, Mama.
Papa.
What and Nina me bo my own. So what? Do you think there's a foul play here? Do you think there's a foul play? Say, Bipa nipe binoma atumamupa ena bia minister bisusu etechiri. I say, afeni makeni way no will make it say, but there should be some custom officials and conniving with some official which will come from the ECG or somewhere. Into what is your thought about this? Any Minister Kasa obey Yachibi. Where is this thing going? This old blue is it gonna be sad to send in Debia? And I said this time there should be some seriousness.
To be honest, what was say?
Yeah.
Regardless of which party you are in, no man who tunnel. See, na mameno obetimi again obetimi president then obetimi ayeno because time or war power na ayi I should go to court, no. Mama or retaliate, mama onyo obi ode boni etua bonika. Anko obi ode boni etua bonika, anka go for be yomedi no. Anka nya binye. Na ECG asemi media mechi ene say yes. We see ECG etua bill of lading no. Na nyamani report ho na mo de mo ton ama nkrofo. Okay. Sabi, what for your market now? What can I say? Ano, who's over here? BB, let me say, Fano at ECG, BB 6 months before election. No, what jam? Who corruption and war no? Sabi, sir, and now, Mukwajumu, now me me computer. Now, obedience can be computer. Now, I be here. What I mean, Let's make I say, way, I say, way. Who quite well, and now got to us so because Ghana, dear, it means Yana, your faso. Oh, almost say, boy, see, I'm a young man here, but they are not stopping anywhere, and they are pushing hard. Now, as a casa now, I look at to say, Daily, I do as a for by after no my ring and canamine, after na wabe trust na o tutu papa so say now we in papa daniel shin tama show papa da another one ka ana o jan be share impersonate here ebe ye niam obe ye nyina and now abegyina ho say we oba kokoduro point wo kasa gas mo amho mo na mo ye moto epipio mo ne mo aguase o. When the way they are fighting among themselves, or move when mass or move some grapono, so many parties now. I would retreat and sit down and say, look, what we have done, or maybe because we're in the we were in power, no, we didn't know what we were doing. And by this time, let's retract. Now, ye. Yabati yenti African market yenti Dubai yenti Omunya yenti they are all suspect. America and they will not spread them. America pa and way omokana ye nya be yakano and I judge in 2 days mo be on the last. Oh, but Ghana, I have to say, like I said from the beginning, you fast I am yet to see. I'm praying Mama best solve that problem. Or one person, man, an example. Even from the head, who is a Quado, I know the envelope. We saw it. Yes, me and can. I did only say what Bruni, yes, me and can. Nasu mama dear, who dear, only Tracy Basidia. Yakaya, the Kunuma, Namamo. And then a Mokata Bonita. Yes, Christopher, and do buy him no crap, yes, or a Pentecost in Mapa. And all preaching, and all real dear. I got turned down 27 houses. I done, 7 years I had to go to the Danwo. I brought 5 bedrooms. I hear now them Baku, and all them my dear thing. Me, Dada, will get nipa. America, they be corruption here. Corruption will happen, but they see road look 100%. Who say when DB? Where did we move? Or did we have to down, baby? Or did we have to car? Or did we have to yacht, our baby? But who? Because to a money come and I'm fast one, I won't know, and they be on 2% been away free. But yet, the end of the year, 90%, you know. You did 90%, and now on mine, so far. Yes, so I see, do so, mama. Look at Nyama 2,500 cargo, Nyama, Namoton. I don't know about that. Don't they have any conscience? Do they sleep on their beds? I don't know your manners are. I don't cry no your manners are. Momo or mine teachers. He said, Makonya Sabi, Oba, or Tikwa, more church and by front and back for other ideas. Dear Sam Mama Ghana cra a hontoro. Ghana na modia. Akufado ni for Ghana no modia.
Na we no cra no hina wublemina. Wono hina na wublemni sisi.
Na ba leader wuti so na niama we koso na so we hu a. Oka hobi.
Na wuti anudi. This thing has been there for ages. It's been there for so long. Maybe Wafaya will break that news to you. And you know, and you not there. He's been there. He's been there. And so
it has been there for ages now. From NDC, MVP, I don't know man look at the do so why yes. I didn't mean who and me who and me so Akabuto container about Kukanamufa 2,400. No, your money here. Aday, everybody, Biasin or Muko school. Everyone say, but everyone the Omonai tells you, no lights. Ned Aday. Dady Kay, me there.
Yo, Yabute, Mamma man, no, any hair or bar time or car could you be an afi na a matter 70 yabi muntino. Yeah, it was so ECG 1,300 containers disappear. Say 5 years, say 4, say ye den hina na I was say Coco Bisana Sam. Do you suspect any foul play ever ha? And office, you know, GRE, any ECG and penny for Nankasa so Minister be a teacher and I said then until we bet you comment Eddie about what's your thought about the disappearing of 1,300 containers. It's worth some millions of dollars here. Busia or money Kakobono crown, that money can cover it in a heartbeat. So what are we doing to ourselves? Timiko, what are
Dady Kay.
You see any foul play or harm?
Oh yeah.
Intina name blaming GRE. Do you have to blame GRE? We have to blame, say there is somebody behind, any minister behind what when no yanka say your opinion, what you say, and some of the information say and then the few people who have been arrested, you know. What do you make of it? Is it going to be just arrested, come to the media and drop it, and I say this time we're going to see some seriousness?
Okay, thank you very much. How many minutes?
5
5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, come per se, send a unit for an ETN. We were you be a make my idea, and if I say, can make me Yanaka, a month 14 a week. 2 days, 2 minutes, you can one.
2 minutes, okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
This is how the story is. During the transition period, outgoing MPP government told the NDC government that there was 3,000 ECG containers stuck at the port. The Minister of Energy, upon his visitation to the port, was told by the port officials that the containers were not 3,000, as the handing over note suggested. Instead, the total number was 2,500. Alarmed by this development, the minister ordered for a committee to be formed to investigate the actual number of containers stacked at the port in the name of ECG. Why the containers were overlooked or to pile up, and the suspected procurement breaches at ECG. Okay, the MPP, knowing the crime they had committed, quickly resorted to social media through their voice, creating a false narrative that the containers were missing after the NDC took over. So, Dady Kay,
Me too.
the committee therefore did their investigation, and 3,000 containers as the figure the government gave during the transitional period. They contacted GAFOA on the actual number of containers at the port, and the figure GAFOA gave was 1,132. The ECG numbers that they had the committee investigating was a total number of 2,462. When the committee finally did their own counting of the containers at the port, they had 1,132 as a figure that were well collaborated with the GAFOA number. So, and to comparing the figure of the ECG, it means 1,228 containers as captured by the EC document could not be accounted for by ECG. Now look at it. The report, the ECG for years had a shipping account where every week, they deposit 5 million CDs, where 5 million CDs were deposited into the account for rapid clearance of all their containers and logistics at the port. In 2022, the MD Dubik Mahama unilaterally ordered for money to be stopped paying into the account of the ECG account. So, from that moment, and material ECG has imported began piling at the port. In a short period, the containers stacked at the port in thousands. The Materials and Transport Department informed the management and the board about the development and how the containers are being stacked for demurrage, attracting demurrage. Management said they had no money to clear the containers. However, at the time they said had no money to clear the containers, they were stacked at the port. They were still importing hundreds and hundreds of containers and were paying suppliers about 90% of the container contract sum. In the mass of this, the containers, the port had attracted a demurrage sum of excess of 1.5 million cedis. The material and port wrote to GAFOA that they needed a discount to be able to clear, so that they will be able to clear their business. GAFOA approved.
So Ubeka ni ne wi dia ade bechi. Nanka I will summarize it.
Okay, Dady Kay. Because of time, to make the way now. Ma summarize it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because time in you also. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do it another time. Yeah.
If you say na sorry ni for ye management manager no e dey na this time. It is MPP time and I deal with person. In 2022, Group Mahama na no ye director of ECG no. was the be on my chat was every month, 5 million to ECG account. I had it clear. I do baby not see that they shouldn't put that money there again. Or you can also moon top and containers no sate a pale. Me one no a found him out of far on one company, they different two companies there. Omun Tambe clear near Mano Emma ECG. So one said they have from Yabo minor problem. When they have put money there that they will use that money, accumulated 5 million over the two accounts. And then clear because someone say always on the clear near my back. Everybody no person we are minding or stop someone create they shouldn't put money to that account. But rather he went for a group and also about 1.7 billion. Now they can clear near man ECG. When that account was created for that job, it's Dady Kay. The conception that the thing has been there forever, a long time, NDC time, Tanyama way, and keep that. NDC anymore. It is started under MPP. And to Duke Mahamano, he should be arrested. And for Gajeko, now board chair of Weno, and Sana, this guy, Apenyo Marking, Ebete Kuban. Asema Mamia Bakae, Mamia Makae, too. Apenyo Marking, Ete over for 6 months, and Sana Yetu or Mafia Bem. And you for anyone who started here and not the public. Because of me, I from Pona or Mufako, Apenyo Marking was fired, he didn't say anything. We are now talking in Parliament that we don't do MPP NDC. Who called here 6 months before? You saw this thing. Why is it that you didn't blow the alarm to the whole country? That is one who said you're mobile fraud. So, me cancel MPP phone in I from Poa. Now, me Obia Traba say, you need that. If you have any opinion from Poa, I didn't know why my young say this road was there before they were voted out of power. That is because huge sums of money have been there. Among my contract to be, yeah, the credit near man. Dady Kay, tell me you want to make and come
yeah, tell me to cry, yes, yeah.
And you would have maybe some time you want to bet some at least I say I'm a Mukrano. In conformity, Apenyo Marking was aware of it. He never said anything. In the end, Apenyo Marking should be arrested. Duke Mahama should be arrested. And as Gajeko board chair of ECG, and Sana Apenyo Marking, the three of them. They should account for all these containers. They know the whereabouts of no matter what. And see Dady Kay, Mamu found for it NDC, Mahama time, NDC time, not Anyama way cotton. NDC time container baku pranyra. Container ewan tabai. Dady Kay. Look at the way I put it container here. It's million tabai, it's 1,100 and a year Ghana airport. It's me 2 years. He says that the excavators 500 and 2 years under their government. You see, this government is a cartel. Anybody who rule under football is a thief, and that is what they have done. And this is what we are doing.
Okay, that is the way. Yeah. What can mean you just say? Obia ewo Akufo the government where you come for. I mean, how can you make that declaration? How can you say that?
I'm finding out what is coming out.
No, be very careful. Yeah, you don't say that. Nipa mienu aya de ne senya eno nkyere say obia ye kromfo. But anyway, etiefo enye me o wo fire. See MPP for ina ya kromfo to bia wo asembisa wo from ya mechere wo fire o chira kwan. Why? Me ama office no mtene mechere ne kwan na wo bia wakakọ che no see MPP for ina ya kromfo meke bia wuntie. Show etie for Dady Kay ye trejumedi so ya kasafa tikono omampeni amano 10 days to respond ebesi this week ya anteno ye be hu ne society body ho be fa na face no ECG and then 1,300 containers what for purchase afenyo markets eka mama B eka ho na GRA more customs ni hu kongo ni na no. Everybody need to come and then answer some few questions. Ntienko tie ejesafaka ne ono so woka papa.
Yeah, come me da wasipa na eya na Ghana areho politics areho sa young politicians now oma bamu no they need to be scrutinized because omu kan say me utim say politically omu ye shallow minded. I'm very sorry. Share my memory say. Obia ebe kame fa se na wotwe. Ama na free akonwa so omampanyini. Tie ni yo. Na wo fa Ghana japade boss site nyina de hye ni nua dini mu. Ene obia in fact was a man who disappeared your markings as one. Yem can't say a beer one onimuhubio on the Yamon, but will be free a conyason what time Ghana Japadia the Coninia dimu. And the young can. What? Yeah, Quabrao, and not in Ghana, Yabrano. Young can because of politics. The nonsensical and the stupid way that we do politics in Ghana. Political in America. Politics, them in can also be in answer. But politically, somebody can be idiot. Yeah. It's easy to say than to do. Let me start on the minister. So minister, they all knew it. Na onyame o wakatua de bia me kasa so yo onyame wakatua mienu ye wakatua papa ene ye wakatua boni so wa ma wo yonkru so antwa nkwa wo onkoduru da mo se government we ba ye no ena niema bi surface me nyame de ni nyina gu wo se wodi be gu wo mu so na mo de mo be hu de baba kire because of the stupid way that we do politics in Ghana, parliamentarians, your ministers, the stupid way, and I'm saying it emphatically, I'm not scared, politically. And I must hand him away, this might happen, say, a big minister be any deputy minister be any but so who Ghana near Trasi Akanukra. Corporate managers, corporate leadership, they even have money than politicians. But because of any politicians, when we are lineage politicians, they go on. If I'm this party, we have a form more than to be best political party be great. Idea me Jackran say, will be at the party wedding because women are got that stupid direction. Politicians, because of the way assemble, yes, where your political party where your way near year their share politics, because of sir, you better the outcome, you go into it. Near the what happened really, we don't do it. But when things like this happens, 1,300, you are sick. As a politician, I'm telling you. Find out adene ya nane adeno you who say obi nane wo so we ministers or whatever you call him obi te Washington DC. There's a young guy yes what they say the reason show or whatever. I saw it. I said wow, this guy was able to give even truck what they call numbers. Now we a minister, now we Ghana. Now so are you not idiot? Are you not a fool? It's a question. So we to Washington DC, we to Israel. Now we will pictures, any cars, trucks, trees, animal when you call numbers. Now we to Ghana. Now so we as a minister, sector minister. Now we Nyansafwa. You have to ask your own questions, your own self. Ask your own self questions. So who am I? So mommy interested na yan call say where you spade, where an axe. Na de bia ya sori ni esi e call line ye call in politics. We are all going to be fools at the end of it. Politically. Because what I say adiano kwambia be faso a menya saade we na me dia ba utiya we you are sick. You are a sickler. So we put two structures in place and camera 10 free hono and go so who say ade say free ho but mo sora no makofa shallow minded enipa bi na mo de nyama hye o mo nsa enti ade no kra say 10 na kwa wo hunu say 2. When are we going to wake up as Ghanaians? When are we going to wake up for generations yet to be born? Me eno ya na yo media my yeno, any dear madrono. I always give thanks to the Lord. I praise him. Nya wadima bedro Ebenezer nyame. Enti there was here who say, and was say you jay the mentality you did politics Ghana no, and then we have to pursue a different course because they are finding that and more you be seen there. Because Omanpanyin be say wo where you indemnified. No atama japade, no dia man ni NDC, MPP, we have to find the root cause. Now you pay antidote, and we'll see a pay ya dienu annual draw. Now you jay ye politically nonsensical no.
Okay.
Because Obiaba. Oh, we a party when we party when near katakata so we about party because they know the root cause. Woman say, woman yes I Ghana for a shallow minded. May God bless Nana Akufo-Addo. And then a bang. So woman a nipa over 2 million. I go to the level of 6-4. The next 2 decades, we will see a turnaround.
Okay.
Things will change from always negativity to become positivities, and it becomes always positivity. We are sickless as politicians. Shame unto you, politicians among Ghana, ministers, parliamentarians, whatever you call yourself. Shame unto you once again.
Sure. Echia Esafoka or no need your DB and also shame unto you. We'll share Yasafana, Dady Kay, 4 Stars of Radio, TV, Atlanta, Georgia, USA, with all this information coming out to you in real time. And you say, Adiachisu, ewo baby, ye can pimping henny, sa, and she according to catch a wunia. Yen nano, I was a Ghana, da. Yeah, kuma so any ye niswadi huno so ye pepe ye ma nipa kume bi emfa obra ye bre ewo kronu mu ha endi eche se wo hwe political party bi ebebe diso amanyoko bi bebe diso a within a short time na ni nyina edum bibie edum che se ye de nsa ye nan ye furu ye bibia ana but that is so bad. It's so pathetic. As Ghanaians, we are so much knowledgeable. Doctors, doing ewu krodium shehaina and you might be ekosono. That is not good at all. Untina, yafatu your book. Your baby shemoha na yeka. Intinusu will be a show comment for Kokotu na. Abraham
Currently, my vision is simple. I want all the 1,346 containers accounted for. 1,346 containers. Whatever it takes, I'll bring those containers to where they ought to be. I know the minister will come and say, ECG has a huge bill. There is debt. Now who calls them? Us, as a political class. When there are issues, we don't identify the issue and say, this one is a national issue. Let's kill it. We want to play partisan football with it. It comes back to haunt us. How many people pay bills in Ghana? ECG. All the power that we produce. Mr. Speaker, let me hazard a guess. I can say, not on authority, that less than 20% of consumers pay. A lot of factories consume electricity, they don't pay. The prepay is adjusted all over. At the end of the day, it becomes the debt of the state. These are things that if the minister comes and says, look, I am embarking on serious reforms, I will go all out to back him. Because if the nation fails, it affects all of us. And for MPP, NDC, we shouldn't be too comfortable with this democracy. With this day's social media, the youth, they are so impatient that if we continue to play this game, they will be watching. We may be surprised. Let's be careful. Let us be careful as a political class. The issue at stake is scandalous, it's serious, it's not MPP NDC matter.
The issue at stake, is not MPP and NDC matter, but this is very, very serious. Now, me, I say chat to cry, and then he say, yachi binum, mamma, yachi binum, Chinese for so a come Chinese for ye bay one day will crew him. Bibia or mocam, ye galam say come, ye bibia, chess a bibia, adding. Why? Mommy, you know why? Where do you?
Congested.
Mm-hmm. So what should you do to them? Okay, the point, Mommy, went in. Went in a number. Went in a number.
Now before my count more massimo. I show you. Sad deformation of character. Yeah, we the Abanyasema. Ayana we asafaka kase mama disika manimia no me de me ti and say mama via ne krapo na kufo ene ma me yeska aho esinu me ni mo ntimi de me kan de me ti ye but so no to ni ma ongusu kan one day ukako yi ano na afa say papa na kan no na me kan say me emfa hatred me in fact because of party before the first topic by me kai o see ade started dada na maka to mama kan wa ye ntinikin wo say you see a bit pen for America ha the last na me no be discuss me ka tell him say South America ha get laws and kan we sabi o me jimi kwata in South Africa for ye jimi no because omo ko di ewu obi betima chi obi ba se dem 10 years 9 years ekunu aye nyama ipo ye ndu sa level no but because of mranti no omo nye so ese ma ye mra mu ye dim papa
okay
ma ye mra mu ye dim enya dia ye chi obi ana ye way na why na dey na MPP for omunim say ye chi obi a no munya akọ press conference na
mama
na say na ya na ke na afei etino ama Chinese for na yi na mo ba no omo so manya ho kwan when they come no they see the loophole omo fa ho omo say empelifo nyina hwe when mo nyina hwe etino yenye yes, you have first go your crew, the Fago, the bear. And I acquire form so the Ghana need be not Bruni Dinny, Magdan, no more, only of Nancy who saw Chitabiane, not a South Africa for be as a one of the critical drama for no more Genema, but no more nobody Kumamu Chrome. Dady Kay.
Okay, so where the kid will be near the tattoo, no, yeah. Until run up, mammy, waiting 2 minutes to be let me be say Chinese for any one day. I see my come pan and see say, yeah, you will be a crumha, and can't be a Ethiopia, and can't be a cafe, but can a beboa. Okay, but yeah, my Chinese for number 2 years. Sure. No, yeah. Asem no na mama aka no ye be hwe han bibia Chinese for ye be one day untumi Ghana ni wo de ko China na ko di ensemunu sa na hwe ewia bebo so mu nti bibia Chinese for is involved. And what are we doing? Asha why what na mozo da zunu na mhompo a so everything they are involved, every idea di sakasaka baby bia. So what are we doing? The population of Chinese Ghana, it keeps on increase every month. Until we all say if you be over.
Dady Kay.
Chinese boy actually you be one day. What should we do to them? Because everything they are involved. Would the tattoo to be a mammy? Now Emrason.
Okay, Dady Kay. So that what I say Chinese for say no. Like Mammy about 30 years, almost to say Nigeria, almost baby, I say they just go in their number. Then because they say for Ghana, Accra baby, or Chinatown, Samoa. Last me call far baby Accra. I say for some area be almost sit down the brew almost to the factories in the ye from Chinatown. Omudo pa. Though a bit more bad educated, a bit more bad genuine business, a young business yard, almost be factories and for 4 years, Momuchi. But there are still bad nuts among them. So bad nuts will move out with this upon. But after me, I also dedicate. Says Uncle Poya make go Mudin. Or Mudid now Mudida ECG do Mahaman for Kaje phone. And ye market. Uncle Pomi and saying that they should be held responsible for any money here. It's true or mono, any bit what actually went on because they are the cause of it. After your market call on what Uncle Suponia BT and one the one cow. And then Sankanya says, I deal with bank, you would die. Why, but he was once a port here for 6 months. I didn't see that when your market out and the country published a before on make Moody McCoy. Yemiko, he never said anything. So when you open now, we are not back from Pongwa, Woody and I'm now with Baby, and Omudi Namo. So, but if you are handling a country like that, that you can ever go ahead. It's not mine upon. That's why Ghanaians needed a change. Changing it by a B leader. Because I deal with Nano. Don't name public my NTA. But people can know that they are feeling. You can smell the ceiling of the MPP. Right from 2017 up to 2024. You said, yeah, almost boy from now from the horses home, Kennedy Japan, catch red, I'm over a flag bearer. The rate at which the MPP are looting the country is like there is no tomorrow. They are taking it abroad and stack it in bank. And you almost start to Ghana. And you're doing it out. From the horses home, Kennedy Japan can we could know. We know a public knowledge on the street that the people are just meeting. They come into government to amass wealth for their family and friends. How can one person take Ghana money and buy 27 mighty buildings in a Transaco or whatsoever and splash it? What? The young we are flying for to be reform money be saved. That is here. The Akotua, also give you a 27 buildings and then change. Huh?
Okay, all right. See, yeah.
Energy minister, Napo count. You have to invite Napo. No, energy minister, and son as Anima with account.
Okay, all right.
As energy minister should be invited. Samuel Luke Mahama should be invited, and then Gajeko should be invited, and then Apenyo Martin, who is now the minority leader in parliament, speaking pre over there. He knows about it.
All right.
6 months. My report and we ya clearly that
all right.
And if you are running a government like this, how can we prove
Mate. Sure. Okay, yo, what fire there still no or maintaining Akron for no. Intino Wufi say Wabo Cronfor na when you're Cronfor dia and send you will be able to me a cocotte intino ni pepe. 4 Stars Radio TV, Dady Kay, the media chami, North America, Bibia, a day, Atlanta, and BD say Jumedi, many in Yanum, and Yatofo, and ye check, sir, Ghana won't answer me, Yafshe, say, I'm on your phone, one mobile idea, Senefata, na Yebusha, Santine, Wufi, no so known, Humania Abuta Yemo, Yenjuma. Say, o mampeni resetted dia wa resetted dia injumane embra emebunu no wo mu nia botresa ejesafaka mamintie we Chinese for abedos bebre e wo kuro no ye be won den
yeah come mamin kanse bi ansana mama wo sansan
huni mi bebre sa wo 2 minutes
mamin kanse bi so me kasa no Dady Kay wo na oti ayinu hu what is me bo obidini
Baby.
That is how we have to do politics. Mina wuna wabop obidio mi mamu obiadini. I said it with inverted comments. And this wuna wunimu se papa na yes adi ani dia mi mamu ni dini. And you just go and answer. Me wu framia mamu ni dini and I have the clip there. So you have to be very cautious. You have to cover your butt. I'm in America. Your freedom of speech. But freedom of speech has got limits. Into my move be into the Kokachina no mra. So me assemia no so my body dia clip no ba kire me da se ma nti misro ya me kasa no watie ni because me kasa ya me si na batwe. I don't say the things that people say always me kasa nti na use inverted commas begin and close. You have to be careful when you are saying something. Into the for clip no come wo no mo mfra me meko unni me that now kasa me ntimi president. I can be a better president than. Let me stop. Okay, here. Let's do this
with the Chinese.
With the Chinese. I don't think so. Obi be free her at me ako China. Ako ye niema ye hunu sesia. But China for ye very smart. Omupa Africa no. Oma digi ahu ye loopholes nyina. And wherever they go, no, they capitalize on the country's loopholes. Women say you're penning for you corrupt. Women say you're doing for crying tear because penny yes, you can't get a year in the ma. Now, a manner or crap from say, mother Ghana from say, I'll be really fear that day. Oh, who's a man and Guarano Muchichi ministers? You're from side chicks. Side chicks. And to woman, you say, Ukabeka, Omo Ghana Nina, Omo, your weak points, loopholes, and when they come out, they fill the loopholes. And the minister no work say, 1400 and 13 something now. Obo said in Sakanina. Massa, sit up. Politically, me who say we are matured and you know what you are talking about. Niawuka say ubetime 1,003 is never, you will never retrieve them. It's not possible. But tell us something to convince us say you are a leader. So when we say loopholes, you are going to tighten it. And this would you say ubetime say me say some minister roboa and as a leader na or cast asem no we say friend say me de nyam na me boni diri chinapo me de minim ni dini una woka sa papa no won ko any homework ye so ye ni homework ye na China for who say hey sa lupo we ya tight no they will also be careful what they do because I'm telling you Chinese are very smart. And I wish we are the they are trying to be superpower. Okay. And the baby on they go and see where they can make good use. And you know, they make actually Ghana for say me channel. Yeah, one year penning for. Says we are sitting up. Young men are more America. So we first answer the Ukraine won't continue Obiato. You ready? That's also information, bro. There's a guy in Washington DC. They call it the Reason Show, whatever. He's doing marvelously well. There's one in Israel. Or this year now, something. A corner bar. Massa, Mumpenu for Morgan. So man here some ranch with me. No, every man will talk. Currently, government also be careful because we have track record. All right. In near Mubetma Yenina. And Timunia careful as I'm calling you. Too much the job. That's it.
Ja, it's ja. As for a car, no, every for say ya presubia, ya brobro subia, baby pin, sa and pempen so, yes, a fanina, facoa, would you will be a bearful in fidie, intino, faco will be and that if yassi akoyakitue, becume be at that one sem etar, one sem faco, becobiano, with the yassi and nam, and niti, your baby shemu, sana say a junjo or man gana hua, not essa, not a fatapa. Just say yanka na just say yanka no and a yempe say and your mabekosu ye or my Ghana no more. Intino fakwa yapim sum and a baby drew near. See, say, get you who snare abbey. Among your 400 befabi efrimo. Not yemshe 1,300 containers in here. A quite beer, one befaso no mudiabano. Aha, it's as a container in two. Say ye to me a retrieval and I say ye whom a dear 940 dear. And then ya cano yen sabit to me account. Yen subbit to me a capa. A binum enim fakwa, a dear no akakofa, and a woman so mutually. Until there's a foul play. there's a serious foul play ewa and after so no impeniphobia so etechere. Let's bring all these people to book. Na yenjai nepotism ne I know him no we bonia I will say yetwa so. Na emribe twemu akọ de yenim se Ghana de we bonia ehwo a miniani ma office ni na chese yejao na wokọ nti no wudi bonia na yedi bi ataw yedi amount se ko na sankoko ye biom esoso but sisi ade e manisa ya reset your man no a reset na na ye womu no wo ye bone a wo se utia bone ne ka nti no meda munyina se ne e komhwehwa ne o me obakofo nkyere damfo wo kana ho a enyasam kitwa enti ena minima bejafo mami amma wo faya woni echia esefo ka ba this time on nam Canada hobe bi nti no meda munyina se mo amutie chichi ne benchi nyina mo hwe all the social media handles ni nyina no some kinds of meda munyina se monkoso na mo support 4 stars radio TV ewo America ha who like here na wa share who ko YouTube na wa subscribe Instagram IG and TikTok ni nyina no monko support na yichese yanko yenimu a say senia SN fata se won ekoyi ma wo so afi memfa sankrato we nkonkoma ye me technicians o mo Ghana me say no minimum me ma na eje safaka se mfidie we eba beto ye hu ne nusu bebia enti no Maxwell Wilberforce Hope any Andy Ajimai afisi and wo techri wo church nyoma na ediba say uhunu wo simpie so na ade no Afrigana and eba and omra hihye ne kama na jise Dady Kay mesumba na mesumide mano ababe techri enti mede munyina ase mo amtutu nyoma na Afrigana mani yetumi aka ensemi manesi no yede munyina ase mamema munyina no yehwenum se na watwi mu yebemu se ya chichi nimpa ne bebre na womokoko gina asemdibia ama womusoso nia wose amai no eye na wode asotwe eba no womo enkonko ye nisa na chese yenyina yasomdwie nti Dady Kay aha eni edi bese makramo
the whole building is the parliament.
It's in the so he's not